Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a review video for you today of the ArtBeek 49-piece alcohol marker set. The people over at ArtBeek were kind enough to send me a set of these dual tip markers. One side is a brush tip and the other side is chisel tip, and they sent them over to me for a review to pass along to you guys. And I've had them for a little while now. I've tested them out on Swatching and a couple of different pages, and I'm really excited to show them to you, so hang on and we will take a look at them. You have to, do you not understand I'm trying to film a video right now? I'm trying to do a video, don't you get it? I love you too, Bug. I love you too. Did you try the markers? What did you think of them? What did you think of them? Okay, sorry about that little visit from Dutch. He likes to be with Mama. So here is the 49-piece ArtBeek markers. They come in that standard case that we're seeing all the alcohol markers come in, pretty much that zip top, and has a little handle on the front or on the top of it. And then let me get them unzipped for you. You might see some puppy dog hairs. If so, I apologize, because his hair is getting all over everything now. He has that undercoat. Well, the zipper's stuck. Hold on. There we go. I think I put swatches in there and I think the paper got stuck. He has that undercoat right now that is just shedding because we've had an unusually warm winter, and so all his thick hair is just starting to come out because it's been so warm. So it's going all over the place. Okay, anyways, and excuse my squeaky chair. So here we have the 49-piece marker set. And just like the other markers from ArtBeek that I reviewed back in the summer, which were the Chisel and the Fine Point dual-ended markers, I really liked these. I had a good experience with them. I think they're juicy. The colors are very, very, very vibrant. It does come with a swatch chart. I did not discover it until it had like slipped down to the bottom of the markers. So I didn't use it. But it does come with, you know, a swatch chart. But I had made my own. So I'm going to show you what the markers look like. And then we'll take a look at the swatches. And then we'll take a look at what I colored with them. We'll just use, I always like a pink. So we're going to go ahead and kind of look at these and see what they are all about. So the markers are kind of a triangle shaped cap, but they do have a round, well, it's a rounded kind of barrel here to hold on to. One side is chisel tip and the other side is a brush tip, and on both sides the markers are numbered so that you know which color you're dealing with, no matter what side you're on. But they don't have any names. So the other set that I reviewed had names on them. These do not, just so you know. I'll take the cap off and you can look at the brush tip side is right here. The brush tip is very flexible. I like it quite a bit. It took a little bit of getting used to, but I really prefer a brush tip versus a chisel tip. So here is the chisel, just so you know what that looks like. We're all pretty used to, you know, a chisel tip. I definitely like the control that the brush tip gives. It's a little bit flexible. Well, I'll show you an example of that in just a minute. So here, we'll take a look at the swatch chart that I did. So you get 48 shades plus the colorless blender. And just like in the other set, I think that the strong points are like the reds and the oranges and the pinks are so vibrant and pretty. Let me pull this if it's got a shadow on it. It's a little bit overcast today. We're in the middle of a snow event, so it's not totally bright in here, but you get quite a variety for 48 pieces of reds, oranges, pinks, and a few yellows. There's some greens, quite a few blues, some nice purple shades, and then you have a very few pastel shades like this 136, 142, 146, 169, 175. I would even consider 76 and 68 pastels. And then you get some grays. You get a cool gray. You get, let's see, you get 3 cool grays and 2 warm grays. So very vibrant. They were very juicy. I did do the swatches with the chisel side because I wanted to make sure that both sides of the markers were equally juicy and working well, and they were. So all of the swatches here were made with the chisel tip side. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and show you what I colored with these. And I did all the coloring with the brush tip side. So whereas the swatches were done with the chisel, the coloring pages were done with the brush tip. I gotta find it here. Okay. So I colored these, I did 2 pages here. I don't want the shadow though too much. On the 15th, I think, on the 15th. And today, I don't know what today is, but it's been at least a week since I did this. I think it's been about a week. In this one, I used all, quite a few of the oranges, reds, purples, and pinks. And as you can see, it did not yellow onto the following page. Obviously, because it's the alcohol marker, it bled through, but there's no yellowing on this page. And with the other one I colored, I wanted to try some of the blues and greens here, and some more yellows, and I think this one turned out just beautiful. I mean, they look gorgeous, absolutely. And so I specifically used some yellows, and you can see that they did not transfer onto that page. So there we have that. I really, really, really liked these. They are $39.99, and there is currently a 10% off coupon on Amazon, and I will link the markers in the description section below, so you guys don't have to worry about that. You can just click the link if you want to. It will be my affiliate link, but if you don't have to use it. Whatever works for you is fine with me. But I just found them to be really, really nice. I really enjoyed the flexible tip of the brush tip. So because I didn't use the swatch card, I will use one of them right now, and we'll swatch the brush tip so that you guys can see it in action. Oop. Oh my goodness, that was a bump in the camera, wasn't it? All right, let's see here. I'll actually zoom in a little bit here. And I'm going to turn myself, so excuse my squeaky chair again. Alright, let's see here. So you can see that very tip of the, I'm just trying to make it, the very tip is a little bit flexible. Can you see it kind of, when you push down there, how it bends? But it's not, you can see that, I mean, I can like get right up to the edge and it doesn't really bleed through or anything like that. You have quite a bit of control. I'm just kind of goofing around here, so I went out of the lines there, but that's my error, not the marker. But you can see there that it's got a good amount of control, and it doesn't fray. So I colored several, I know I use this one because it's the pink one, and I used that in that page, and it didn't fray or anything like that. And you can see that the tip is soaked with ink here, and where it gets very much lighter at the tip where, it's delivering it through. Really, really nicely, though. Really, really nicely. And actually, if you look at the diagram here, you can see that the brush kind of like lifts up at the very tip. That's what this one does. So it's slightly flexible, but it's not anything like willy-nilly crazy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I really liked these. I've enjoyed these. I've never owned a set of brush tip alcohol markers before. The only ones that I have ever used brush tip were, oh, let me zoom back out before I forget. The only ones I have ever used that are brush tip were water-based. So I like these. I think for 48 pieces, I think they have a really nice variety of colors to choose from. They do have a colorless blender in there right here. That's the one marked 0. But, you know, you even do get your grays. There's plenty of pinks. There's enough, I think, to range in every shade that you'd be able to complete a picture with these without needing to bring anything else in. There's even a couple that you could possibly use as flesh tones if you needed to. Maybe, let's see here. 142 here, that could be a flesh tone. 103 could be like an kind of a tan complexion tone. So, and then let's see if there's a 100 is a little bit deeper there. So I do think that it's a nice range of shades for sure. You know, I really enjoyed them. I found them to be great, just like the other set that I had back in the summer of the, I think, how many were there in that one? I can't remember, 80 or something like that. So just so we can touch base though, I just thought it'd be follow up is, remember back in the summer, the big question on my mind was whether or not the ink in these markers turned your pages yellow. And so I realized this is not, what I'm showing you now is not from this 49 piece set, but rather the ones that I did over the summer. But I'm sure they use the same ink no matter what, because it's the alcohol ink. So I thought we would just take a look and we would revisit these swatches that I did back in June. Let's see. All right, so these were the swatches I did in June. June 7th, looks like, of 2022. And I had picked out some shades that I thought might be prone to do the yellowing. And now that much time has passed, I can see just a very, very hint, just a hint of that yellowing. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's very, 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 very faint. Now I'm like, is it my eyes playing tricks on me? But I don't think it is. I can see just, especially this one in the middle, it feels like I can see just a hint of it, but nothing that I would like really notice, especially if I had a page right here that was colored in. I probably wouldn't even notice it. And it's certainly not enough to ruin a colored page behind it. So that has been from June until now, which it's almost the end of January here. And then on the page ahead of it, again, the same thing, just barely. I see the one in the very middle, which is this bright French vermilion here. But other than that, just a hint, just a very slight ghosting of the yellowing. So I mean, I think that's pretty good. It'd be like, you know, obviously we don't want it to yellow at all, but this is just barely, and it's been such a long time and we didn't see anything pop up. So I feel pretty good about these markers. I think that it's a great company. I think that they seem, before when I did the other set, I had two missing, and they sent me a whole new set to replace it, and the customer service was you know, really good. I tested the chisel side and the brush side of each of these markers, and they all seem to work just fine. I can't say how they blend because I'm not very skilled at that, so I didn't use the colorless blender to blend them, but yeah, I think they look they look great. They colored well. They were full of ink and nice and juicy, and there's no odor. That's another thing I wanted to mention. Very, to me, I couldn't detect an odor. Someone that's very sensitive might be able to pick something up, but I didn't, notice anything at all. So like I said, currently they are $39.99 on Amazon with a 10% off coupon. So I don't know if that coupon will be good all the time or not, but I'll link them in the description section below, and I'm also going to link the review of the other set that I did back in the summer, so you guys can take a look at those. And I've actually had a few people tell me that they purchased that set based on my review, and they've been thrilled with the markers. So I don't have any complaints about these markers at all. I think they're fine. I think they're great. Granted, I'm not a marker expert by any means. I'm more of a pencil girl, but I'm just saying I think these seem wonderful, and I've enjoyed coloring with them, and they're definitely worth taking a look at. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed my review. I hope you enjoyed Dutch's review also. And we will see you guys in the next video.